We're going to make chocolate cake roll filled with ice cream. So let's get started. Let's start first with 4 large eggs that I've set out in room temperature. And you first want to beat them. You want it to actually come out very foamy and well blended. It'll look very yellowy. So that'll take you just less than a minute to do that on high speed. Now, once you've done that, you're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar to these 4 eggs that you just put in. And we're just going to mix that in low speed. We're going to now put in 1/3 cup of water. It doesn't have to be cold, just take it from the tap, that'll be fine. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and mix that in. And 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. If you prefer to use cake flour, you want to use 1 cup of cake flour. But I'm using all-purpose, so all I'm using is 3/4 of a cup of regular flour. And I'm just blending it in on low. Now I need to put cocoa in because I'm making a chocolate cake roll. And this is 1/3 cup of cocoa. And blend that in. I'm going to raise my speed to about medium right now so I can mix all that together. Put 1 teaspoon of baking powder in the mix. And you will need 1/4 cup of salt. And just keep mixing it on medium-high till you know that it's well blended. You don't want to overbeat it because this cake comes out very light and very spongy in texture. So just make sure that you mix it well. I'm going to raise it, my speed on my mixer, just 1 level. The batter will start to look very bubbly and almost a syrup type texture. And that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. Next, you're going to need a baking pan. I'm going to use a 13 by 9, but if you do have a 15 by 10 by 1 inch pan, that also works. But I have a 13 by 9. And you want to fill your pan with either aluminum foil, parchment paper, and then you want to or wax paper will also work. Just go ahead and spray it with an oil spray. This is a really fast recipe. Then just take your mixture and just pour it into your pan. Get all the contents out of your bowl and work the batter from side to side of your pan. Now you're going to put the oven on at 375. And you're going to bake this anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. You'll know when it's done to use a cake tester like this or a toothpick and put it inside the cake. If it comes out dry, then you know the cake has been properly baked. So again, at 375 for 12 to 15 minutes. So it's very, very, very quick. I went ahead and made a chocolate cake roll ahead of time. Now when your cake comes out of the oven, you're going to need to lay a clean towel on your countertop or board, whatever you're using, and you'll want to actually take powdered sugar and you'll want to sprinkle it a lot onto that towel. And then take your pan, literally put it upside down on your towel, and you'll actually start pulling back the foil or the parchment or the wax paper. Now once you do that, you're going to take and roll it on the short end of a towel for 30 minutes. And that's exactly what I did in this towel. There's a cake. And you can see the powdered sugar that's on the towel. And I went ahead and rolled it on the short end for 30 minutes. And the cake will come out like this. You no longer need the towel. Just put your cake on your countertop and then just unroll it. Next, I'm going to put in my homemade vanilla ice cream that I've had at room temperature, because you need it to be soft. And you want to just layer that on the cake. Now you can use whatever filling you want. You could fill it with jam or jelly. You could go ahead and fill it with whipped cream if you prefer. And just fill the batter with your favorite ice cream or your filling. I will be putting on a recipe for my vanilla homemade ice cream, which I'm using in this video, in this recipe. And just start smoothing the ice cream all over the cake. And you're going to need about 2 to 3 cups of filling, whether it's ice cream or whatever you choose to put in it. And just fill it from side to side. My ice cream is still a little bit too hard. And then next, just roll it up on the short end, like that. Don't be afraid of it. And then you're going to need to put this in a freezer. And you want to put it in that freezer for at least about an hour. When you're done with that, then you can go ahead and you can use your favorite chocolate sauce on top, or any type of frosting that you'd like. And then you'll actually just go ahead and you'll start slicing it for your guests to try. This really is a great cake. It's easy to make. It tastes good. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.